Hi there. I want to talk to you a little bit today about light and about electricity. And why are those important to your health? So, what made me think of this is there was a beautiful rainbow, actually, double rainbow outside our house just the other day. And I started thinking about how rainbow is formed and how all of those different colors of the spectrum are different frequencies of light, and how it's actually, when you look at white light is actually how you get a rainbow is you take white light and you bend the light a little bit, and it shows all of the frequencies that are combined into white light, right? And all of a sudden now you can see that white light is actually not white. It's all of these different colors of the spectrum put together. And when they're put together, it looks white, but really it's all of these different colors. And each color of the spectrum of the rainbow is a different frequency. And then I started to think about the sunlight and how the sun and the light during the day also has, during different times of the day, different frequencies of light are more predominant. In the early morning and the late evening, we have a higher predominance of infrared light. During the middle of the day, we have a higher predominance of UVA and UVB light. In the beginning of the morning, this infrared light is part of what triggers our body's circadian rhythm. So we actually, as humans, developed and lived in nature. We lived outside. We didn't used to live, fully clothed in a house with shoes on and rubber soles all the time. We actually lived outdoors. We were barefoot. The floors of our huts or our enclosures were still the ground. So we were still connected to the earth directly with our skin. And so we actually developed a lot of our hormone releasing and our circadian rhythm of our body is created through our eyes seeing certain wavelengths of light while we eat certain types of food, which are seasonal, and while our feet are grounded, connected to the ground. And, in standard medicine, we don't really often think about the body as being electric. Unless you're looking at an EKG or a cardiologist, you totally know, like the heart is electric. But the truth is, all of our cells are electric. Our bodies are electric. This is why we can be electrocuted so easily, right? These are why some of these things are concerns. This is why you don't swim in a lake when there's a lightning storm, or swim in a pool when there's a lightning storm, right? Because the lightning hits the water transfers the energy to you and goes right across your skin into your body, because we're all electric and the electricity passes through us. And so when you start to think about the fact that our bodies are electric, every single one of our cells is electric, and that we actually have a field, and they studied, and I can't remember whether it was Harvard, but anyway, there was a large university study that they actually tested how far out in front of the chest they could measure the electrical heartbeat, and it was found to be 22 feet in front of your body. You could detect the heartbeat, the electricity of the heart cells themselves. So we actually have an entire area of electricity around us. It's pretty cool to think about, right? So how can you use this information to make yourself healthier and to understand why some of the things and choices that you may be making might be actually making you unhealthy? My name is Dr. Christina Campbell. I'm a functional regenerative medicine physician. I've been practicing medicine for a little over 20 years, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about this today, because this is an area of medicine that needs to be growing. We need to be addressing this in our lifestyle choices as patients, as people, and our physicians need to be talking about this to us and need an understanding of the importance of these processes. So when it gets dark outside, in the early evening hours after sunset, there's still infrared available to our eyes, even though we can't see it. We can't register that we see it. Our eyes pick it up, and it is still a part of signaling in our bodies. As that fades, as the evening continues on, this is signaling again. So you've heard of melatonin, probably. A lot of people take melatonin to help them sleep. Melatonin is actually a hormone that is created and produced in our brains and is a circadian rhythm hormone. So it's based on light and electricity. That's what triggers its release and therefore impacts our ability to sleep. So when you start applying this, when you're a shift worker and you're up all night, or worse, you're a shift worker who rotates their schedule, because I was an ER physician for over 20 years, and I know exactly what this is about, and how this impacts your health. It can be a very huge impact on your health if you are not sleeping correctly and in accordance with your circadian rhythm. If you develop a circadian mismatch where you are not living in the circadian rhythm environment that you are living in. So, in other words, if I live in Michigan and it is typically in the summertime, early morning and late evening is sunrise, sunset. And there are certain foods that grow in this area at the same time. And these are things that my body should know based on the information and the code that I give it. The code being the frequencies that go in through my eyes, and the code being the food that I eat. So these things are really important. So if I'm eating foods that don't match the circadian rhythm around me, or if I am staying up late watching, streaming Netflix well into, midnight, and it's dark outside, but I have blue light exposure in the middle of the night, that's confusing because blue light is predominant in the middle of the day. It's part of the light spectrum or frequency that actually goes through our eyes and tells us to wake up. We need to be awake. So I'm now basically saying, wake up, wake up, wake up, wait until well into the night. And then I wonder why I don't sleep well. So these are things that are really important to understand and to know. I want to offer you, so if you have any issues with sleep, and this is a very significant complaint on many of my patients complain about difficulty sleeping. And there are many things that go into sleeping: hormones, vitamin D levels, vitamin levels in general. Detoxification processes and recovery happen during sleep, and bladder issues. And I mean, there's just a whole milieu, but circadian rhythm, if you can fix that and you can impact that, very often you can significantly improve the quality of your sleep. If this is something that strikes a chord with you or interests you and you want to learn more, please come to my Facebook page, my YouTube page, find me on my other social media. I'm on Instagram and LinkedIn as well. And follow me there so that you can learn more from me. And if you want to talk about it with me, I would love to do that. I'm going to add into the links add into the description of this video a link where you can schedule a call with me, a free 15-minute call. Hey, let's chat about it. Let's talk about some, simple, cheap interventions or some more complex interventions, depending on what's going on with you. That might be beneficial to help you improve sleep. Improving your sleep will improve your hormone levels, will improve your overall health, and will improve your ability to detox and recover, which will impact everything else going forward. It's a pretty powerful offering. So I hope you'll take me up on it. If this is something that you have heard friends complain about difficulty sleeping, and you know that they're up late, or you know that they're on computer screens all day long, or other things that you think this might be a helpful video, please share it with them, and please share the link. I would love to speak with them. I would love to help as many people as I can while I'm here. So I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope this was an interesting discussion topic, and we will talk again soon. Bye.